BokuAka. The sound of waves. Bokuto-san, can we please go back? But Akaashi. Look at this neck pillow thing. Akaashi sighs while he looks at the time. Their flight to Hawaii was going to leave in about 30 minutes. But instead of sitting and waiting, Bokuto decided to run off and look in all the gift shops. Akaashi had to follow cause if he didn't, he believed Bokuto wouldn't make it back on time to board the plane. Ooh. Akaashi. Look at this stuffed oni. The older boy got caught off guard as Get started to get dragged. Where are we going? To our flight. They should be boarding any minute. Bokuto grumbles. I hate planes. Still dragging his best friend, Akaashi looked back with a sympathetic look. I know you don't, but how about we try and get some sleep on the plane? I'm exhausted. Bokuto grinned as he watched his teammate drag out his last word. Bokuto sees a side of Akaashi no one else does. Akaashi seems very stern and quiet. But when he's around Bokuto, he opens up. He thinks that his old-hair best friend brings out the best in him. Akaashi was stressed about this flight. Not only because of his best friend who bounces around every second, sitting on a plane for so long, but he's also terrified of plane wrecks. Akaashi, are you okay? Akaashi. Keiji Akaashi. That's his name, but everyone except his family call him Akaashi because it's the polite thing to do in Japan. Except for his best friend, Kotaro Bokuto. The two are close, very close some might say. The dark-haired boy referred to his spiky-haired best friend as Bokuto-san since he is his upperclassman. But every now and then, he will just call him Bokuto. While on the other hand, Bokuto calls Akaashi, well, Akaashi. But he refers to him as Keiji when he's not focused, or he seems stressed. At first the younger didn't like it, but eventually he became fond of it. He became fond of it when he realized that he developed feelings for his best friend, Keiji. The smaller John, zoning back in from wherever he zoned out to. He looks away from the window, looking Bokuto in the eyes. What, Bokuto-san? Are you okay? You seem stressed out. Keiji took a moment to think about telling him about his own fear of planes. Yeah, I just hate planes. Like, Alec. Are you scared of them? I guess, I don't know. It's just what if the plane crashes? Kotaro gently grabbed his hand with his own, giving him a soft smile. I promise the plane won't crash, Keiji. And if anything happens, I'll protect you. The older squeezes the younger's hand. Thank you, Bokuto. He smiled, squeezing his hand before letting go. Akaashi, wake up. Bokuto was gently shaking Akaashi to wake up when the plane landed. The plane landed, we're in Hawaii now. Akaashi slowly looked up, then stretched. When did I fall asleep? Like, 2 hours into our flight. Oh. The smaller boy yawned as Bokuto helped him get up to get off the plane. After they got their bags, they got a car to take them to their resort. Keiji fell asleep in the car. When they arrived at the resort, Kotaro tried waking him up but he didn't seem to be bothered from his dreams. So he carried his best friend inside to their room. It was a bit of a struggle with all their bags but he made it work. About an hour later, Keiji woke up. He stretched and looked around. Bokuto-san? Bokuto? He got up and looked in the bathroom and the deck. As he was on the deck he saw a beautiful view. He smelled fresh air, fresher than any other place he has been. And he could hear the waves crashing down in the ocean. He loved the sound of waves. But that moment was ruined when he heard the door to their room open. He quickly looked over. Akaashi. How was your nap? He shoots him a bright smile. Seeing him smile was Akaashi's favorite thing. It was good, thank you for bringing me inside. Of course. I went and looked around, it's so pretty. I saw this restaurant and it reminded me of you. I was wondering if you wanted to go there tonight? Akaashi gives him a smile. If you want to go, then we can go. Just make sure to make a reservation. Okay. I'll do that later. Bokuto walks over to the deck to admire the view with Akaashi. Wow, this really is pretty. Do you agree? Akaashi was no longer looking at the amazing view in front of him, all he could stare at was his best friend. Best friend. He loves that they're best friends, but he wished they could be more. Keiji? He snapped back to reality. Oh sorry, yes. The view is beautiful. Bokuto laughed as he took himself and Keiji back inside. Let's change into something for the beach. Or pool if you prefer that. The beach sounds great, Bokuto-san. Bokuto's face lit up, he immediately went to his suitcase and pulled out his swimsuit. As Akaashi went to grab his swimsuit, he also grabbed a t-shirt to wear. After they were both in their swimsuits, Keiji put on his t-shirt. Akaashi? Yes, Bokuto-san? Why are you wearing a t-shirt? It's very nice outside. Comfort I guess. He had a look of discomfort on his face. Bokuto isn't usually good at reading expressions, but for some odd reason he could read Akaashi like a book. Hey, don't feel weird about yourself, I mean for example. Oh. You change in front of me and the team all the time. That's different, Bokuto-san. I'm close with you all, I just don't know how I feel being shirtless in front of so many people I don't know. He continues to pack sunscreen and some water into a small beach bag. I see your point of view, but you also have a very great figure. Muscle boy. As Bokuto grabbed towels and handed them to Akaashi, he didn't change his facial expression. Muscle boy? Bokuto, look at yourself. Then me. There's a very noticeable difference. You're very fit, athletic looking. You know, a guy who catches people's attention. I'm just not. I mean I have some muscle, but it's not very noticeable. I'm not really anything to look at. As he was trying to put the last towel in the bag, his arm suddenly got tugged. He looks up at Bokuto, he's usually readable as an open book. But right now, Akaashi couldn't tell what he was feeling. Don't say that about yourself. Bokuto said this with a stern voice, definitely caught Akaashi off guard. You are amazing, you are so beautiful. Anyone could see that. Akaashi started to blush, he wasn't expecting him to say that. It seemed like Bokuto was blushing as well though. Thank you, Bokuto. Of course, Keiji. I hope you know I meant every word I just said. Akaashi smiled, going back to finishing the bag. Shortly after, they headed to the beach. The breeze felt cool against the hot sun. There are some people laying on the beach, others running around. The main thing you could hear was the sound of waves. As Bokuto was renting an umbrella, Akaashi found a nice spot to lay their towels. He could feel the sand in between his toes, and he just took in the moment. Until this random girl came up to destroy it. Excuse me? Akaashi looked over. Hello. The girl smiled big when he responded. Akaashi on the other hand, was confused to why she was talking to him. Hi. I'm here with some of my friends, but you caught my eye and I wanted to come over and say hello. Ah, I see. Well, it's nice to meet you, Marianne. My name is Marianne. You can call me Mary though. What's your name? Akaashi felt awkward, wishing Bokuto would come soon. It's Keiji Akaashi, but please call me Akaashi. Okay. Well, it's nice to meet you, Akaashi. He nodded and stood there awkwardly as Marianne didn't walk away. Would you like to? Akaashi. She was cut off when some guy ran up screaming for Akaashi. Hello, Bokuto-san, this is Marianne. She said to call her Mary though. Ooh, hi Mary. She gave Bokuto an awkward, weak smile. Quickly going back to what she was trying to say to Akaashi. Like I was trying to say, would you like to come hang with my friends and I? She looked at Bokuto with such a dirty look that you could see it from a mile away. Akaashi noticed, hoping Bokuto didn't notice. When he looked back, Bokuto seemed sad. Bokuto looked at the younger like he was trying not to cry. Akaashi looked back over at Mary with a fake smile and tried his best to be polite. I'm sorry, Mary, but I think I'll stay here with Bokuto. She looked over at the older boy, then back to the younger. Come on. She lightly grabbed his hands and gently pulled him. Come have some fun. When she looked back at the older boy, she felt nervous. Bokuto was staring at her with hatred and jealousy, mouthing to let go of his hands. She let go and started to walk away. We'll be over there if you're interested. Akaashi nodded then turned around. What the fuck is her deal? I don't know, she cold asked for us both to come over. But for some reason she was being rude towards you. Bokuto pouted as he was setting up the umbrella. Akaashi noticed and set a hand on his shoulder. Bokuto-san, let's not let her ruin our day. Let's just enjoy the moment and each other, okay? Bokuto looked over at Akaashi, but saw the girl walking back over. Bokuto looks Akaashi in the eyes. Yeah, you're right, I wanna enjoy this trip with you and be happy. Akaashi smiled at him. Bokuto did the same and brought Akaashi into a hug. Akaashi blushed as he hugged him back, but on the other hand Bokuto rested his head on Keiji's head while flipping Mary off with his free hand. She looked surprised, stood there frozen for a second before slowly turning around to walk away. They've spent their day on the beach, just talking and laughing. They swam a little and looked around different shops.
We are getting rid of
They've
all
just
of this,
finished their dinner and
all
paid.
of this today.
Bokuto wanted to walk on the beach. Akaashi agreed because he wanted to hear the waves crashing against the shore. Silence. Hey, Akaashi? Akaashi looks over, meeting Bokuto's eyes. Yes, Bokuto-san? Thank you for coming here with me. Bokuto smiled, which caused Akaashi to smile as well. Of course, thank you for inviting me. I've had a great day with you. Bokuto smiled even bigger, but started to fidget with his hands. I actually have a question for you. I've been meaning to ask it for a while, but I wanted it to be special. Akaashi slightly tilts his head. And what is that? Bokuto hesitantly held both of Keiji's hands. Keiji Akaashi, we've been best friends for quite some time now. But over this amazing friendship, I really want something more. Akaashi froze up, looking Bokuto in the eyes while he finishes his sentence. I want to be able to call you mine, so would you please be my boyfriend? Akaashi's eyes teared up. Bokuto noticed and started to worry. Akaashi, I'm sorry, did I make you uncomfortable? Capital I. He was cut off when he felt the person in front of kiss him. When he pulled away, they were both smiling. Yes. 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 I would love that. You don't know how long I've liked you. I feel like it's been forever. Bokuto sweetly smiled as he cupped his boyfriend's face. I know this might be a little early, but I hope you know I love you, Keiji. Keiji gently placed his hands on top of Kotara's. I love you too, Kotaro. It's only been the first day but it's been perfect. Laughing and spending time with Bokuto, walking on the beach and finally getting with the boy he has been in love with for who knows how long. And it all happened to the sound of waves. Thank you for watching. I know there are some grammar mistakes, I will fix that in the future, but I just got tired of editing this, not gonna lie. Have a wonderful day or night, my beauties.